beautiful people all over the world. Good morning to all of you. Good morning here in United States. Good night in the Philippines. I don't know where else in the country, if it's lunch or early morning. Yeah, so over here in Jacksonville, guys, it's good morning today. Beautiful morning today. So anyway, guys, hello all of you. I hope everyone's feeling better. All my subscribers, all my viewers out there, thank you so much, guys, for all your support. I always say thank you to all of you. God bless you all. So anyway, guys, in today's video, guys, I am going to share with you just a short video, I think, right now, for why I decided how to learn how to drive. I think I'm gonna make that video today because in my last video, I promised to you guys, I did not really promise, I just said maybe one of these days, I'm gonna sit down and make a video about why I decided how to learn how to drive. I think I mentioned that in one of my videos. So guys, this morning, I will tell you a little short story about how I learned, why I decided how to learn how to drive. So anyway, let's start. If I still remember it, that was a long time ago. So anyway, guys, let's start. As everybody knows, I have a lot of videos that I always mention my husband was a U.S. military Navy. So when my husband was transferred here, when we got transferred here in Jacksonville, Florida, that was in 1987, I have two little boys. The oldest one was 5 years old, and the youngest one was 3 years old. Yeah, 5 and 3 years old. They're almost 2 years apart. So anyway, guys, when we moved down here in Jacksonville, Florida, my husband was on a shore duty. So that means if he's in a shore duty, he's always home every day because he is on a shore duty. He is stationed on the shore. So that was, I think, 3 years he was in a shore duty. So I did not bother, talking about I want to get my license because my husband is home all the time. I can always tell him to go somewhere, and he drive wherever we go. So that I did not think about that at the time. So finally, when my husband was getting ready to get shipped on sea duty means he's gonna be gone for 6 long months. The ship will be going somewhere, Mediterranean or somewhere over there, I don't know, it's a confidential thing, but I know after his shore duty, he was due to go on a sea duty for 6 months without my husband home. So I was kind of worried. I was thinking, I said, before my husband was ready to ship for sea duty, my husband already mentioned it to me. He said, I'm gonna be gone for 6 months, you need to be very careful, how you go to the store, something like this, because he's telling me how to call a taxi cab, like that and like this. So and then I was thinking about it. I said, I need to learn how to drive because my husband is going out at sea for 6 months. That's gonna be hard for me being home alone with 2 little boys, and my husband is gone, so I'm gonna be by myself. So I told my husband, why don't we go to the Department of Motor Vehicle, and get me the book, the study book, so I can learn, the road signs, So my husband and I, we went over there and he got me a book. So that book, guys, is you have to study that, about road signs, all the road signs, because that's the best part, of taking the written test. You have to take a written test first, get a learner's permit before you can go on to get your driver's license on the road test, for actual driving. So you can get your real driver license. So my husband gave me that book. So I study, guys. I study and study. I read that book, all about the road signs. So after 1 month, I was ready to take my test. So I told my husband, Daddy, I want to get my written test, you know, because I think I can remember already the road test, you know, I read it. So my husband took me over there, you know. So luckily, guys, I took my first written test. I think it was 25 questions. It was on the computer. I passed. I only got 2 mistakes. You're supposed to get only 5 mistakes. And if you had 5 mistakes, you have to retake the test. You're gonna fail. So I was lucky. I only had 2. I only had 2 mistakes. So at that time, I got my learner's permit, you know. So because my husband don't wanna teach me how to drive the car if I don't have the learner's permit, you know. So my husband, okay, give me my, I wanna get my learner's permit. I'm ready to learn how to drive. So anyway, so I got my learner's permit. Then, guys, the next day, I already told my husband, okay, take me for a ride now, you know. You sit on the passenger side and I'll sit on the driver's side. So he teach me how to drive just over here in my neighborhood, guys, you know. Straight, left, and turn, you know, left and right turn, you know, just over here in my neighborhood because it was not traffic. My neighborhood before, you know, long time ago, there was no a lot of houses now. Before, now there's already a lot of houses, so it's already crowded. So long time ago, my neighborhood, I have about some trees. It's like a jungle where I live. So anyway, fast forward, my husband has been teaching me how to drive, guys. Okay, I am really in the mood, motivated to learn how to drive. So my husband, every time he came home from work, guys, sometimes he's still tired from working. I always tell him, after dinner you're gonna have to take me to learn how to drive. So that's what my husband did to me. So one night, guys, we decided to go on the base for my husband, for me to learn how to drive because there's no cars over there, you know. And my husband was telling me, let's go to the base. So it's easier for you to learn how to drive, you know, just, you know, get comfortable driving on that driver's seat. So it was like, I think 10 or 11 o'clock at night, and my boys, you know, I think that was Friday night. There was no school the next day. So we took the boys, you know, in the car, you know, and we went to the base, and I was driving. And you know what, guys? The US Navy policeman stopped us, you know. He stopped us because we were driving, you know, the Navy base, it was a commissary, Navy exchange, you know. So me and my husband were the only one in the parking lot driving, you know, and the policeman stopped us and he said, excuse me, what you guys doing here? And my husband talked to the cop. He told the cop, sir, I'm teaching my wife how to drive. I'm teaching my wife how to drive at 11 o'clock at night. Maybe the policeman was thinking we might, you know, rob the store or whatever, you know, why we are in the neighborhood, you know, nobody is at this 11 o'clock at night. So my husband told the policeman that he's teaching me how to drive, so the policeman leave us alone. So that was one incident. So the next time, guys, I'm doing pretty good already driving, okay? So almost every day I ask my husband to teach me how to drive. So one time my husband, he told me to drive in the highway, not in the highway, guys, in the main road. And it was 4 o'clock in the afternoon. You know, traffic. So I said, okay, I'm gonna try because he wants me to learn how to drive on the traffic. In that way, I get confidence driving in the traffic, you know, in the main road. In that way, I don't get scared driving by myself, you know. So he took me out there, you know, guys. It was so traffic. Oh my gosh, my feet was shaking, you know, because I can see the traffic bed going all the way far. It's a long drive, guys. So my husband, guys, he yelled at me, guys. He yelled at me. I did not pay attention. I heard his screaming in my one ear, and then I let it out in my other. Because you know what, guys, I am really excited to get a driver's license because he's going out at sea. So I learned how to drive. He teaches me how to drive, you know, I think for almost a month. So after that, I was confident enough already, you know, guys. Excuse me. I was confident that I might pass the test, you know, if I gonna go get my driver's license, you know, to do for a road test. So yes, my husband, I think you can take me now, Daddy. I'm gonna try, you know, to get my road test, you know, to get my license. I went, guys. I failed. The road tester told me that the first time he told me that on the stop sign, you know, making a right, I make a wide right turn. The car on the other side, like this one, you know, I'm over. This is the car, and I'm over. He said, when I make the right turn, I would hit the front, the front car, you know, on the other side of the road because I make a wide right turn. That's the one that failed me the first time. The second time, I tried again. Guys, I failed again the second time. But I was not really ready to give up. I told my husband, teach me how to drive again. So I was teaching how to drive, you know, making sure my right turn, you know, is not wide. So I did that. Okay, that was good. My husband said it was good. So the second time, guys, I went there. I failed parallel parking. It was almost the end of my road test, and the guy asked me, okay, now do your parallel parking. Guys, I failed. I was too far from the curb. That was the second time I failed, guys. The first time was the wide right turn, and the second time was my parallel parking. So I was so disappointed, guys, you know. But my husband teaches me already how to do parallel parking, you know. But when the guy told me to do parallel parking, there was a car in front of in there, and there was a car behind, you know, and you have to do it, you know. You know how to do it properly so you don't hit the car, you know, and you are in the right position, you know, to do parallel parking. There's a number how far you are from the curb. That was the second time I failed. So I told my husband, honey, teach me more how to do parallel parking. We were doing it here in the front yard. Parallel parking. My husband was teaching me how to do parallel parking. So I was doing that, guys. I was driving, learning how to do the parallel parking because that was the second time I failed. So when I was ready, I know already how to do parallel parking. When I was ready already to go back to my road test, they already changed the rules. They took the thing on the road test, you know, no more parallel parking, and I was happy, you know. I said, okay. I'm ready to go back, you know, and see if I can get my driver's license. So the third time, guys, I already got it. I took it 3 times to get my driver's license. So when I passed my test, guys, I was jumping up and down. All right, I'm free now. I have my driver's license. But it took me 3 times. The first time was, well, my right turn was wide. The second time was parallel park. The third time, luckily, no more parallel parking. So I passed the test. And it was a lady, It was a lady. She was very nice, you know, who give me the road test. It was a lady who gave me the road test. So I passed, guys. I had my license. I was so happy. I was telling my husband, now I can drive the car. I can go anywhere. I can go to the store. I'm not gonna ask you to take me to the store. I'm not gonna ask you to go to the store to buy stuff. You know, I got my license now. I can drive, you know. So I'm not worried about it. So that's the story of my driver license, guys, on why I decided how to learn how to drive. Because the reason is my husband was ready to go out at sea for 6 months duty, sea duty. So I was motivated, and I was telling my husband that I need to get my license, you know, in that way, you know. If you are out at sea, you know, I'm not worried about, you know, calling a taxi cab, you know. Because before I was calling a taxi cab too, you know. When my husband, you know, sometimes, you know, he's at work and I need to go to the store, you know, and my little boy, you know, was with me, the youngest one, 2 boys, they're not in school yet. When my husband was even sea duty, when I had to go to the store, I call a taxi cab, you know. Me and my children, we walk from my house to the store because it's only a short walk. I call a taxi cab, you know, when my husband even was here in sea duty, because sometimes I don't have to wait for him if I need to go to the store, you know. So coming back, my children, we call a taxi cab if I have grocery. Yeah, I already did that, you know. Even when my husband was at home, you know, and he's working, I go to the store, you know. I just call the taxi cab, you know. Sometimes I don't wait for him if I have to get something at the store. So that was the story, guys, about why I decided how to get my driver's license. And then I put up with my husband screaming at me because I just want to get my driver's license. My husband screamed at me so many times, guys. Oh my gosh. He screamed so many times, especially if I made a mistake, he would scream at me, you know. But I I just ignore him because if you can get, you know, a private instructor, you know, to teach you how to drive. But my friend, she was paying $50 an hour for her how to learn how to drive. The guy was teaching her how to drive, you know, $50 for an hour. That's a lot of money, you know. I could not afford that. Before, my husband was only, you know, we live paycheck to paycheck at that time, you know. So I decided, you know, just to let my husband teach me how to drive. Even if he scream at me, I'll take it. As long as I learn how to drive. Yeah, because it's too much money too, you know, to get a private, you know, your private driver instructor, you know. It's too much money. Like my friend, she told me she was paying $50, you know, for her to learn how to drive. She hired a private instructor, driver instructor, for her to teach her how to drive, because she said she don't want her husband to teach her how to drive. But I did it. I put up with it. I put up with my husband screaming at me. But it was worth it, guys. I had my driver's license, okay? So ever since that, guys, I had my driver's license. I don't remember, guys, what year was that. It was a long time ago. I don't know if I can recollect it, you know, but right now I don't remember what year was that when I get my driver's license. I don't remember. Yeah, I don't really remember. I think that was in 1990. I'm not sure. I think below that, you know. Probably 1990, because 1987, you know, we arrived here, you know, in Jacksonville. And after a couple years later, I decided, you know, to learn how to drive. I think that was in the 1990, guys. Ever since that, I've been driving. So, guys, that's just the story of my, what you call that? How I get my driver's license, why I decided to learn how to drive. That's the story, because my husband was getting ready to go see duty, and I'm gonna left alone with 2 little boys. So I decided to get my driver's license. That was the main part, because I wanna be independent, you know. I wanna be independent. I just don't wanna depend on my husband, you know, because it's hard for you guys if you don't know how to drive when you have kids, you know, children over here, you know. It's really hard, you know, because, you know, you have to go grocery shopping, especially if your husband is out at sea, you are home alone with your children. So I decided, I don't care if my husband scream at me, you know. I'm just gonna take it as long as he teach me how to drive. So that's what happened, because yeah, he did. He screamed at me, you know. And then sometimes I cried because I get upset too when he start yelling at me after he teaches me how to drive, you know. I cried, you know, but I said, I don't care. You can scream at me. Just teach me how to drive. Yeah. So guys, that's my story. It's a long video. No, I thought it was a short video, guys. So anyway, guys, I just want to share with you about the story why I decided how to learn how to drive. So that's my story, guys. So anyway, guys, I have another story for you. I have another story for you. After I get my driver's license, okay? I'm gonna keep it that way first. I have another story for you guys. After I get my driver's license, I make a deal with my husband. I make a deal with my husband. So anyway, guys, that's another story, okay? Keep on watching my video, guys. I hope you like my video today, guys, okay? I just want to share with you why I decided how to learn how to drive. So now I'm driving. So anyway, guys, okay, guys, thank you, guys. Guys, if you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing, share and like to your friend, hit that notification bell so you get updated every time I upload a video. Thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna wrap this up now, guys, because I'm getting ready for work. I'm gonna go to work pretty soon. So guys, this is just my story. I just want to share to all of you guys. You know, I want to share with you guys about the life story, why I decided to learn to drive. So, but I have a lot more story to tell you. That's another video, okay? Thank you guys for watching. I hope you like my video today. I hope you like my video today, sharing you about my life, you know, here in United States, you know, why I decided how to learn how to drive. So, guys, thank you so much. I'm gonna wrap this up now, and I'll see you soon later. Keep looking forward to my other video. I have a lot of story to share. I don't mind sharing with all of you guys. Okay, bye. I'll see you later. Bye. I love you all. Bye-bye. Have a blessed day, everybody. Bye for now. Bye-bye. See you later.